welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. My name is Jay, and you are watching the Fables of Gahlia. That's my show. I remember the name. Thank you guys so much for being here. Before we jump into tonight's festivities, I guess we should get out some announcements for some pretty rad companies that help us along the way. So, Stax, why don't you take us away?
Nice. Our first sponsor of the night is Norse Foundry. They create artisan dice and gaming accessories crafted from metals and gemstones by the dwarves themselves. With Norse Foundry, even your nat ones will be beautiful. Check them out in the link below. And if you go to purchase anything, just use our promo code SWOLE, SWOLE, to get 10% off today.
Awesome.
Woo! Also, check out our friends at Nine Realms Gaming. They hand make all of their products from natural woods to create quality and affordable gaming pieces for everyone. Gaming accessories is more.
I rolled a natural 20.
Did you really? That'll be your only one this evening. Anyways, also Jay's DM screen there is a custom piece from Nine Realms Gaming.
It legit still smells like fresh wood. It's
gorgeous
so nice.
Little towers such as this. I rolled a 16. That's okay. And then so you can go to ninerealmsgaming.com and you get to use the code SWOLE10 to get 10% off your purchase. Nice. So go do that, but on a different tab. Keep us open.
Yeah. And then do you also want to talk about other friends?
Sure, because we didn't discuss the fact that someone's not here and I gotta do this. So also, special thank you to Griffin Co. We love Griffin Co.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Or as we should say, Ka! Something like that. Anyways, everything you see that's 3D printed on our shows and our maps, it comes from Griffin Co. And you can use the code SWOLE22 to get 22% off your purchase. They have some really cool stuff. And they've sent some really, really cool things that I'm not allowed to talk about. But I'm telling you, it's really cool.
It's really cool.
Not allowed to tell you.
No one has any
I'm not very good at
context
keeping
except me.
secrets. I'm really not good at keeping secrets, but stay tuned. Anyways, I think Ashley's next.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hello. How about you guys roll for initiative before jumping into the mosh pit with Dice and Devil Horns? Visit diceanddevilhorns.com for heavy metal tabletop gaming merch, mugs, and more. Use code SWOLE at checkout for 10% off your order, and be sure to follow on Instagram for those sweet, sweet memes. That's dice, the letter N, devilhorns.com, and a rock before you roll.
Nice.
Beautiful. As always, we appreciate any and all support from you guys. That goes as far as subbing, gifting, hashtag making Bezos pay for it with Prime subs, which you do have to resubscribe every month. It doesn't auto renew. Little bits, cheers, everything like that. But also, just clicking follow helps us a ton as we start to try and pick up momentum again. I don't really know what momentum feels like anymore. I'm so tired. But yes, that definitely does help us. Also, just hanging out here, being in the chat, chatting with us, being in the Discord and chatting with us. We appreciate any and all of the above. So thank you so much for being here. Oh, there's one more announcement. From
me. We have a YouTube, in case you guys didn't know. I'll put it in the chat. And you definitely want to go to the YouTube and subscribe, because tomorrow we are releasing both prologue episodes of Fables of Gahlia. So if you need to start catching up on our past stuff that was previously aired on Fabled 42, you will start to be able to do that again on our YouTube starting tomorrow, and then every day for probably the next week I'll be posting all of our past episodes up to what we currently have on our YouTube. So we're getting those backlogs up so you can go and watch over and over and over. You don't have to watch over and over, but you can watch and catch up. And the
You do.
prologue
People want to.
episodes.
You do have to watch over and over and over because then we get the plays and so
I
we get
mean-
boosted. So
That would be cool. And the prologue episodes are a lot of fun, especially, I mean, no bias, but the spooky sisters and lost ones, hilarious. So if you haven't seen it, you can see it tomorrow
Are y'all
on our YouTube.
started yet?
And that's
God, is that you?
Have y'all started yet?
Yep, we're live, buddy.
We are live.
That's my announcement.
Brent, do you have anything to say? Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like it's trailer time.
Yes, indeed.
I think
Roll
so.
that trailer. Let's hit the next chapter of the Fables of Gahlia. And welcome back after that beautiful trailer from Janelle at Abandon Quest. You should check those guys
Yeah,
out as
so
well.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Not the trailer, the pre-trailer part,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Okay.
whatever.
The logo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The logo's awesome.
The splash logo.
Yeah. The animated logo. Well done, Janelle. I think we've run that into the ground.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think
Should we go back to the trailer? Was that another announcement?
back to the trailer.
Right.
Alrighty. So, last time on the Fables of Gahlia, you guys had been within Vargrden. We picked up within the tavern. You guys drank and questioned and accused your friend Herb before taking off towards his friend Midas, the enchanter. Finding him and his shambles, you were able to acquire a couple of items. Some a little bit out of your price reach right now, but nevertheless, you know that he is capable of doing a vast array of things. Seeing an opportunity, you took him up on his offer to pay off a favor with the Nightthorn in order to procure information about Chieftain Magnus, who since the hag incident had not been seen in public. In order to do that, you guys concocted the idea to fashion yourselves your own wolf medallions by having basic shapes made from iron, and then having Midas enchant them to look like the medallions that give passage through Vargrden's gates. After a little bit of back and forth between what you thought you should do and how much you thought you should get paid, you guys settled on a deal and took off for the Blackened Iron, where you met the visage of a large, thick, densely muscled yet stout back as he turns his head and pulls up a couple of very, very small goggles on top of his head after tempering steel of what looked like a long sword. He turns and says, "Herb, you old bastard!" To what you see, a dwarf. He has a shaven head, is shirtless, but has a thick leather apron with large, thick leather gloves, or suede, I should say, suede gloves. Leather pants with cross-hatched threading on either side, and leather boots. His beard is long and thick, glorious beard, with two small braids on either side, with one thick, large braid that centers it, ending in a giant iron ring with the symbol of a hammer on it. And Herb says, "Well, yes, Oleg. You see, I've made some friends." "Ah, you've made some friends." And he looks sort of put back, and you've not really seen him allow anyone to speak like that to him, but he just lets it go and looks at the ground and then sighs deeply and looks back. "Yes, Oleg, these are my friends that I made by myself, and they are willing. They had somewhat of a favor to ask you." And he goes, "Oh, I see." And downs his hammer and takes off his large gloves and throws them down as they thump on the side. You kind of hear the weight of the suede in it as he crosses his arms across his apron and says, "Well, what can I be of service to you?"
We were looking for some necklaces, medallions, kind of.
Not really my field, as he kind of gestures towards a wall of swords, axes, shields.
Well, would you be able to create at least some kind of, and I'll create a shape in my hand. I don't know exactly how big these necklace things are. So I'll, something about this big, and I guess I don't know how big they are.
Can you create a sword, hold the blade, hold the crossguard, hold the handle, and give us that? The round pommel at the end.
Yeah,
On a
that.
string.
What the fuck you want that for?
We would like 6 of them, please.
6?
Yes.
Oh. I'm not
And
going to
if-
cut the pommel off of 6 swords. These will have to be made.
Could you affix them to some kind of chain to be worn around the neck as well?
A chain? Ooh, fancy. Again, not really my... And Herb kind of steps in and says, They're for Midas. And you see his Oleg's eyebrows kind of pop up a little bit. Says, "Oh, really?" And he ponders for a moment before. Has he gotten himself in? And he goes, yes, a debt. He strokes his long brown beard. Says, all right, no questions, but it'll cost you.
Okay.
Herb says, yes, I thought it might. I have coin. It's fine. And you see Oleg kind of takes a step back, strokes his beard and says, you know, you bail him out too much. Says, yes, well, if I don't do it, who will? He looks over Herb up and down and kind of just tries to read his features and his face for a moment before Body or Hammer, I think you're telling me the truth. This must be serious. I'll see what scrap I've got hanging around. It ain't pretty, but I'll be able to knock up, what, 6?
Yes, please.
Yeah, all right. Give me, well, I'll probably have them done by, well, a few hours if you don't need them pretty. You have them done by tonight. You can pick them up in the morning if you want.
Yeah, tomorrow morning would be great.
Sure.
Because I'm really tired.
They don't really have to be perfect in any way.
I'm not quite sure how to take that, to be honest.
They just need to be the shape that we asked for and around on a necklace.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will be lovely, though.
I'll see what I can put together for chains.
Thank you.
He looks back at Herb. This is an odd request. And Herb says, yes, well, less questions asked, then the less you have to know. Right? And Oleg takes kind of another step back and starts stroking his beard once more and kind of starts playing with the bead at the end of the large, thick braid in the center of his beard. And you see the hammer kind of glistening in the light as he twists it round. I'm choosing to trust you. And Herb turns and says, yes, well, that's what I was banking on. So, without telling me what you want these for, what brings you, colorful lot, to Vargrden?
Oh, well, we're just passing through.
Happy accident, it seems.
Fate.
I see. And he pulls over like a very, very short stool. Well, yeah, he's a dwarf, so it's a very short stool. And takes a seat for a moment and just leans in. Who's proficient in insight?
Me.
I am.
I am as well.
Anyone trained in insight can
Me
make an insight check.
I would love to do that.
Me too. 18.
18 as well.
Lovely.
I got I also got an 18.
3 18s.
If that's not just the spookiest stuff I've seen today.
Hashtag branding.
Yep.
So, with an 18, you guys have seen kind of like a lot of shady people with a lot of hidden agendas and things around. This is pretty much the first interaction that you've had in Vargrden with one of the denizens, where he seems completely forthright. And yeah, you pick up that that's a lot of the reason that Herb and him came to the no questions asked. Rose, make a religion check.
Sure.
Oh, and Lily, if you want, because you grew up in the same household, same
Okay.
education. So
Oh, that's
Uh,
good.
15.
21.
ooh, all right.
Which is funny.
High rolls to start the game. So, Rose, you're there, and you see the hammer sort of starting to glint as he twists it round. You see it come round once and twice, and you're like, there's something there. And then you feel a nudge from Lily, who whispers, is that the symbol of the All-Father? All-Hammer, sorry.
Oh. And I assume I recognize it once she points it out.
Yes. So, with Lily, with your 21, you know that this is Moradin. This is the all-bearing god of the dwarven kind, father to all dwarves, and master in the forge.
Diane is very familiar. Lily
I know.
is
Lily is also very, very familiar
sweet,
right now.
Apparently.
But that little nudge and the little hint kind of jogs your memory.
Are you a follower of Moradin?
And he stops, twisting. And you see a slight smirk come across the right-hand side of his face. And he says, "Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I grew up in Baltadere,
Oh,
where we all follow the Allhammer's teachings.
that sounds wonderful. My sister and I, we follow Eastus, and we grew up in the temple.
You mean the temple?
Yes.
We're
And
the
he looks
Blackwoods.
He looks intently, as you say, the Blackwoods. He looks intently at you and says, "You know what? I think I'll believe you too."
Would it be beneficial to keep our identities to ourselves here, or would it be okay in this area to have others know who we are?
The people of Vargrden and Ulfgate, they're not anti any other god.
Okay. Just
I am
anti-
here. They know that I follow the Allhammer. And my service to the Allhammer is part of what brought me here. What do you know of Vargrden? Or Fenris?
Not much. We know that there's a priestess.
Uh-huh. And that's it?
We know that there are potentially wolf creatures.
Wolf creatures?
Shape-shifting people.
We're still iffy on the details with that one. I'm not really
Oh,
sure.
you mean the
Werewolves,
Ulfhedna?
Shapeshifters.
The Ulfhedna.
Yeah, that's the word. That's what we've heard.
They don't shapeshift. They're said to take on some wolven characteristics in order to be stealthy.
Oh,
But they are... What's the word? Special, secretive operations.
now is that like a bloodline?
No, it's a chosen right.
Ah.
But they are avid followers of Fenris, who grants them the power to blend in seemingly. The stories say that they shift into wolven form.
And that's what we heard.
I see. I can't imagine who's been filling your head with that horse shit, as he looks towards Herb, who's like, "What? I'm just telling them the stories. We all know them." And he says, Fenris was a lot more active a long time ago. And by active, I mean, he's a lesser deity of truth, but also destruction. And he would unleash his fury on anything he deemed to be injustice.
Oh, so hence the arcane being outlawed here?
Less so. I think that's more man misinterpreting things. I don't so much care about people using arcane magics. It's a natural force, and so they're for everyone. But it's what you do with it that counts.
I think the same could be said of divine magic.
Indeed. Indeed. Fenris was reckless with his unrelenting search for justice. And so it was the Allhammer himself who forged chains of thread to tie down Fenris in the lower levels of Mount Celestios. The very same place that it's said that the High Priestess Air must pilgrimage to in order to commune with Fenris before she obtains her right. And she must prove herself worthy before him and receive his blessing before returning home.
Where's Mount
Allhammer-
Celestios?
I'm sorry?
I was just curious. Where's Mount Celestios?
North of Baltadir.
Is it hard to get to?
You could say that. In fact, the forge that is said to be the very same forge that Moradin created the chains of Gleipnir is said to reside at the base in the Titan Forge. These chains were so strong that they're able to hold him at bay. Not as a punishment, but as protection for the people of the world. He's able to enact his influence, but his rage is somewhat tempered as he is unable to complete harsh actions.
Does he desire to be freed?
You see, there are two wolves fighting within every person. One who wants to react aggressively, and the other who sees the longer game and wants to just survive peacefully. I believe that Fenris is no different. And although he is enraged by injustice, in the calmer times he also sees the reason for his chains and bindings. But, that being said, I've never spoken to him.
Losteroth gives the biggest yawn ever. He's just like, can we be through with these bedtime stories already? I haven't had a drink in hours. All this temple talk is killing me.
I mean, if I'm boring you, you're free to leave.
It's just temple talk, temple talk. gods. Bedtime stories.
Well,
The
how
only
about
temple-
a fierce warrior?
Yes.
You see, Matron Lagata was the first to be imbued by Fenris. Her village, which stood right where you stand, was raided by Goliaths. Her family slain around her. Women, men, children. They didn't care. But Lagata, she stood up to them, stepped in front of the warband leader, and cried out for injustice. And it was at that time that Fenris first enacted his chained influence upon the people of what would be Ulfgate. She was imbued by a wolven spirit which encircled her. Whites and silvers, many wolves just circling around her in different directions, howling. And she took her father's blade from the floor, pried open his slain hand, and fell every single Goliath, leaving none. And that was the first High Priestess of Ulfgate. Since then, they've seen need to close themselves off, protect themselves. These walls, these circles, the river.
Protect themselves from what?
Any injustice, anyone who would dare to attack. And it's for that same reason that Chieftain Magnus saw it fit to travel across the river to Fengard, where there are some outlying followers of Fenris.
I think we met those folks.
What would these wolf fanatics consider an attack? I understand, attacking the city walls, but would traversing the walls without permission be considered an attack?
I mean, the gods may see it as an attack, but I think until intent on drawing blood is shown, I don't think it would come to worry the High Priestess. The gods, however.
Have you ever seen the High Priestess?
Yes.
Does she come this far away from the temple?
No.
What is your opinion of the High Priestess?
She is stern yet fair. She has a warmth, even in the cold exterior. From my interactions with her and my passing on of the Allhammer's vision, She wants to do what's right by her people and protect. She is a true high priestess of Ulfgate.
Oleg, what is it that brought you here?
My service to the Allhammer.
Are you a paladin of the Allhammer?
Not quite. More of a holy man. I just find my prayer within the forge.
I think that's pretty special.
When you forge blades in the name of the Allhammer, the metal sings differently. If you listen closely enough, you can hear the dwarven songs with the strike of each hammer upon the blade. It rings of the tales of Moradin and his love for all dwarven kind. And I imbue that into each weapon. As well as passing on some advice. But that's what brought me here. Felt the pull of fate, call it.
So you know how you were talking about when you make the music with the hammers? I feel the same way when I close my eyes, or when I pick flowers, or when the wind blows through my hair. It feels like Eastus is telling me which way to go.
It sounds like you're on the right path.
I feel drawn to this priestess. Do you think she'll have our company?
If you can get... And he stops mid-sentence and turns to Herb, and Herb just puts his hands up and says, "We just want some regular-looking medallions. They're all for Midas."
Normal, regular medallions. Nothing,
Human
Nothing
medallions.
weird here.
Normal human medallions.
Never mind. I think if I said anything, everybody would yell at me.
He's learning.
See.
You're just such a really nice man, and I find myself really drawn to you. You seem like you would stand up for the little guy. You're honest, and
I'm not sure how to take that.
He is little. He's a dwarf.
no, I didn't even think of it like that. I mean, like someone who, like the person who is picked on.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't trying to offend you. So yeah, I mean, you seem like the kind of man who would take care of people who couldn't take care of themselves, you would fend for them.
Yeah, Oleg, I think what he's trying to say is he feels a kinship with you. As do I. I like to explore the holies as well.
I find myself in the first circle in order to help people.
Well, I just want to say thank you. Just for what you said, all the things you've said, and apparently all the things you do. Thank you. And I know that doesn't mean anything coming from me, but I think it's special.
I like you. I don't need to read you. You just say what's in your head.
Yeah. So apparently that can be detrimental to the situation sometimes, I've been told. He looks around at all of his companions. Yeah, I like to be forthright in my dealings.
Me too. Shame others can't be that way. As he looks across to Herb, who's like, I didn't say anything. I don't deserve this.
I'm very forthright. I've never lied.
That I believe. Except
Except what?
for the whole I'm a normal girl.
What's not normal about me?
The fact that you keep saying it.
But I'm telling the truth.
Yes, but why do you have to keep saying it?
How else would I say it?
You just wouldn't. You'd just be a normal girl.
Just gonna look at my sister.
Well, I'm also a normal girl, so there you go. Just a regular normal girl.
That doesn't count. Anyway,
I don't see the problem.
you don't see... I'm leaving it? I am choosing to leave it. This is my choice. Are we done? Did we want to head back to the Chubby Pigeon?
Yes.
I could use some rest.
And drink.
I just need some rest.
Well, Oleg, as much as I enjoy your tales for however many times I've heard them now, I think you've tuckered out my friends, and I think we'll retire.
But thank you for your help.
And he stands up from his stool and gains like 2 inches. And says, it was a pleasure. I enjoy the spreading of teachings.
And
I love learning.
And I truly feel that fate brought us together today.
Fate. It's funny how the deities work hand in hand.
They do. It makes it easier for us to work hand in hand as well.
Well, I better get on with your custom order for Midas.
Thank you.
6 for Midas.
And as well as your craftsmanship, we appreciate your discretion.
I am not being discreet about anything because I don't know anything.
Absolutely.
And I'll take a flower from or a rose and say, thank you, and just hand it to him.
He takes it in these giant, thick, like calloused sausage fingers, but oh so gently pulls it in. And says, thank you. And he goes to place it along what looks like a broadsword and he just places it along the edge of the blade and says, I think it fits right here.
Me too. It looks good there.
Well, good luck with Hisrick,
Thank you.
and I'll see you in the morning.
I'm Elvin and long-lived, and you people have the longest goodbyes ever. And he just walks out.
Bye.
So, with Lost taking off,
So we'll follow.
Lost is cranky. He hasn't had enough to drink. He's cranky.
okay, so is there anything you guys want to do or talk about along the way to the Chubby Pigeon, or should we just like fast travel there?
So you
I think at this
guys,
point, I'm probably carrying Rose because she's probably passed out by now.
you guys, I really feel bad. I was so close to just telling him what we wanted those medallions for. It was so hard for me, but I'm learning. Like you
You know
said.
what? I'm pretty sure he knows exactly what they're for, honey. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Definitely
outright
used to.
say it.
Okay, I feel better then.
But that's good practice for the next
Yeah.
time that, we need to be discreet.
Okay.
I always learned that it's best to bottle up your thoughts and your emotions and just let them fester deep inside.
Oh, maybe. Sure.
Yes,
Let's go rest.
it's better. It's more, polite that way.
Just
Okay.
push that one down. We'll deal with that one later.
It's getting so packed in here.
Eventually, you will need to talk about it. And sometimes there's only so many people to listen. Good night.
Yep.
You say as you continue walking down the street.
I thought we were at the punchy
Also-
already.
Osteroth, when he hears that from Lily, he kind of rolls his eyes. He mutters, he's like, not everybody has dead people to talk to.
That's the
All
point.
right. Yeah, so you guys meet the familiar outer walls of the Chubby Pigeon with the tavern sign swinging, the large pigeon with its feet poking straight out, its many chins on its stout neck.
It sounds so cute.
Walking in through the door, it is a loud ruckus. This place is seemingly always bumping with people. A very, very stark difference to the Wheezy Pipes of the Shade Run. This place is busy. Everyone looks happy. You can hear the clinking of, well, I guess clunking of wooden ale mugs together, and bunch of laughter in the corner coming out, various different tables.
Interesting
What would you
how
like to do?
one letter changes the whole sound.
It really does.
It's an
Sorry.
onomatopoeia.
Thank you for your input, Lily. That was profound.
At first I thought it was a clink, but then I realized it was wood and more of a clunk. What would you like to do?
Go to bed.
Do we have rooms already?
I believe we did work that out.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you got the keys and everything.
Right.
I don't remember how many. But Adel, Adeline, you're welcome to bunk with me and Lily.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
What? I don't remember either. I'll have to check my notes. But this has like an upper level, which has a lot of rooms. This is a large place. So if you wanted individual rooms, you could get them.
How much
Or if
are
you
they?
wanted to bunk up, then you could also do that.
How much are rooms?
3 silver a night.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, Losteroth is gonna walk up to Hezric and order a nightcap on Herb's tab.
Okay.
I'm in debt to these 2 women here, and they don't joke around, so I need to save my money.
So
I gotta
how
think
do
whether to
you
take money.
how do you try and garner this addition to his tab?
Oh, I just yell over, Hezric, one more for the night. And then I kind of put my hand out, and then I look back and I nod towards Herb's way while he's not looking.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man. Actually, I'm not bad at persuasion. 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, looks back. I don't care who's paying. And quickly pours a glass and slaps it, and it shoots down the bar. Make a dexterity check as it
16.
approaches you.
16.
Yep. You're able to just scoop it up.
I'm just used to this now.
Yep.
Like a regular, yeah.
Well trained.
Rose, I do appreciate the invitation, but I do think I will arrange for my own lodging. I have a bit of studying I'd like to do tonight, but I wish you good rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I think sometimes when you're around people all the time, it is good to have some alone time. So
Yes, very much so. And Adeline will go to the bar and be like, yes, have you a chamomile tea that I can have sent up to my room?
You what?
A tea? For my room? Did you room serve?
Quilla?
no.
You know what? Never mind. I will just take the key.
Just a Quilla.
No, thank you.
What?
This has been lovely. I'm
What do
going
you
to
want?
my room. No, nothing.
All right.
Okay. And Adeline's just gonna go up to her room.
Mhm.
And I have something else I'd like to do, but I will do it later.
Ooh.
Trust.
Ooh.
Secrets.
I mean, I feel like we're wrapping up bar time.
Yes, Kaiya?
Yeah, I don't have any money. Can I stay in your room?
Of
Where's
course.
the purse?
Oh,
I spent
yes,
it-
you did spend it all on...
I spent it all in that ring.
Hmm. Well, let's have a look at it. I mean,
Yeah, so it's really cool, and it helps me stay warm. I feel like even when I'm cold, I'm warm.
Write that down in the book of Kaiya.
Losteroth pushes past Kaiya into the room and just grabs the blanket that he thinks Kaya's gonna use and says, "You're not gonna need this anyway, then." And he kind of gets on the ground and starts wrapping himself up in the blanket.
being at the blacksmith was rather nice, don't you think, Kaiya?
He was I think he was one of the nicest people I've met since we left the monastery.
Yes. I more meant the heat. It reminded me of home, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty, I was going to say pretty cool, but it was pretty nice. Yeah. You know, where, you know, at the temple, it was always really hot, and in the desert, it was hotter there than where I grew up, but it didn't bother me. I really enjoyed the warmth.
Yes, as do I. Much more than the cold.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I'm really getting tired though. It's been a really long day.
Yes, Lost didn't even drink that much. I'm a bit worried, actually.
But he has that. Doesn't he have like a bottle with him at all times?
Yes, but I think he still likes the local brews and drinks.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on him tomorrow.
Well, I don't want to keep you up.
All
Have a
right.
good rest.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before bedding?
In her room, Adeline is going to open the window and kind of settle herself down in front of it and open her book on her lap, and cast Detect Magic as a ritual. And after that 11 minutes are up, she wants to go to the window and kind of look around and see if she can see traces of arcane kind of anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Work.
Okay. So as you take out the book and place it and start casting the ritual, you see like the small black inky tendrils come up, almost like a small flame flickering off of the page. And as it sinks back down, your eyes roll over Lilac as this sonic sort of arcane emittance comes from you and emanates outwards. And as you look out through the window at the surrounding area, how far does it go?
Ooh, that is a good question. No, it goes for 30 feet.
Okay. 30 feet. Let's roll a perception check.
Okay. $19.
19. Okay. It's not particularly high, and so you can see to the lower edges. It reaches the street, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And as you look out over, there are small little flickers of that lilac energy as people are starting to leave the chubby pigeon and walk away. You see some people, there's one that holds out their hand and starts producing a very small flame and controlling it, and the other kind of slaps his hand away and says, stop it, as they walk on, as they like push each other off and kind of being playful about it. And there's, what did you get, a 19?
Mm-hmm.
There's one dwarf who is soaked. His beard is soaked in vomit. And he's stood against an alley, like wavering around, even propped up with his arm. He's like doing the circles. And he looks down and kind of picks up his beard and is like, "Ugh," and just kind of mutters a couple of words and waves his hand, and you watch as his beard sort of turns lilac from the bottom upwards in like an upward sort of waterfall motion as it becomes completely clean, and he wipes his mouth off and stumbles out into the street.
Interesting. So there's still okay. All right. She'll kind of watch this for the 10 minutes that it lasts, and then will kind of nod to herself and get ready for bed after brushing her hair 100 times on each side.
You know, as soon as you said get ready for bed, I was like, she definitely brushes her hair 100
Oh.
times. And then you said it, I was like, yes.
Counts it out loud. Absolutely.
Awesome. Is there anything?
I would
Anyone
just do
else?
my normal bedtime ritual
Mhm.
with my Ouija
For normal
board.
girls? Yep.
Yeah, like lighting
Normal bedtime
candles.
rituals for normal girls?
Yes.
Normal
It's a book, I
bedtime
think.
rituals for girls. You know, Adeline's normal is brushing her hair 100 times. My normal is conjuring the dead.
Everyone has their own normal.
Roll a wisdom check for me. As you
Just a,
start,
standard wisdom check.
yes, as you start to hold on to the planchette on your Ouija board.
I got a 15.
15. You sway, you think you're starting to get pulled in a direction. And then you instantly stop yourself because you realize that you're forcing that motion. And it's not true. And so you kind of shake your head and go back to it. But there's nothing.
I think the partying is keeping them away.
Oh, no one to speak to tonight?
Nope.
Oh. And Rose is gonna reach into the bag of holding and pull out the alchemy jug.
Okay.
She's gonna be wine. And then she's gonna uncork it, and she's gonna take a sip. She's gonna be like, oh. And then set it down, and then she's gonna, hey Lily,
Yeah.
I think we're on the right path.
Me too.
And if anything confirmed it, it was just meeting that Oleg guy today. He is like a marker on our path. Did you hear him say fate?
I did. If my eyebrows could move in an expressive way like yours, they would have gone up.
I know. I saw it all over your face. I thought you were definitely emoting. I think it might be a little scary and dangerous to try to meet this priestess lady.
I don't think so.
We're kind of going about it in a way that's,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm a little worried about that.
But do you think she's gonna know anything about this? And I'm gonna hold up the copper skull piece I have.
Ugh. I don't know, but we can ask her.
That's what I want to ask her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you just
Did
drink
you hear-
wine?
I did. I wanted to try it, and I didn't want to try it in front of everybody else because I didn't know what I was going to react.
Yeah, I've never seen you drink before. That was weird.
It's
Don't be like lost.
No, it's not very good. I'll say water tomorrow. I'll pour this wine out, and it'll just be our water jug again. So Did you hear in his story talking about the thread that would hold Fenris?
Yeah.
Do you think Eastus has a hand in any of that?
I imagine she has a hand in everything,
Good point.
even when you don't know. I mean,
He did say that, the gods do work together.
yeah. I mean, if everything is up to fate, then she has a hand in everything.
You're right. It was not a coincidence that we heard this story today.
Not at all.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
I'm going to rest.
Well, right. Well, if you talk to anybody, tell them I said hi.
Always. And I'll just go into my meditative stance on the floor right next to my sister. I imagine Poppy's laying on the bed, watching over us.
Doing biscuits.
Biscuits. Gotta bring up Poppy at least once per episode so we don't forget them.
Don't forget, we have
so
a
that
cat
we know
with us.
she exists. Yeah.
We definitely have a real cat with us at all times.
Okay. So, as sleep finds you all, Adeline,
Don't level up yet.
no.
Damn it.
What?
Sleep comes fairly easy to you. Initially, as you drift off. The book's still where you left it. On the floor. As you seemingly come to consciousness, you look around and see stars, a starscape. And you're seemingly traveling forward through it, floating as you watch these astral bodies moving around you. And beyond, in front of you, lays this one brighter star than the rest. And then within that comes an eclipse of round shape, framed by the backing of this star. And your curious mind just can't pull yourself away from what this would be. And so you start to will yourself forwards, picking up speed as this eclipse grows in size, ever larger. As you float towards, you hear a voice. Nay, you feel a voice inside your mind that says, "Hello, child."
Hello? Who's there?
I am your source.
So. You? Oh, was you in the library?
It is me. Every
Remind me.
You showed the curiosity that I require.
To do what?
To gift such power.
Who are you?
As you float towards it, it continues to grow in size until you are but an inch to it. As black inky tentacles pull away from the sides and encircle you from both sides, wrapping around your torso.
You are my chosen.
As you feel these wet tentacles just sliding across your body in a million different directions, it feels like just consuming your body, not squeezing, but just wrapping around and writhing, moving. What do you do?
Oh. Tell me who you are. Tell me what you want.
I am your source. And I want you to grow in power.
I want that too.
Yes. As the writhing tentacles start to get excited and move around your body, kind of coursing around, folding around your forearms, touching your fingertips and turning around you, as all of a sudden it snaps tight around you as you are drawn instantly at 1,000,000 miles an hour directly towards this celestial being in front of you, as you are just about to hit it, and you wake up.
She'll immediately, no tentacles,
Make an investigation check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I didn't do so good. 11.
You look to your left forearm, and there is a tight bind mark left from something cylindrical, maybe a rope, maybe not, that wraps along the front of the inside of your elbow and around the back of your forearm towards your wrist.
She's gonna go to the book, and make sure she still has it.
The book's on the floor, exactly where you left it.
She's gonna pick it up and then kind of feel uncertain and then throw it down on her bed a bit and how? Why? She'll go back to the book and pick it up and kind of grasp it to her chest, a little worried to lose it now and try to go back to like a very fitful sleep, but she keeps kind of like startling herself awake every time she closes her eyes, and that darkness kind of encroaches a little bit until she finally does.
And as that sleep takes place, that's where we're going to take our little break. And we will pick up in the morning as level 5.
Oh, jeez.
So you guys can fix up what you want to do. Hey, what's up, Lady Liv?
Cool.
You guys can fix up what you want to do for your level 5 stuff, and then we will roll hit points as soon as we come back. So stick around, because I do live rolling, because it's fun. People don't feel like they can lie. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will be back in 10 minutes. Stick around to see what else is lurking.
Oh.
roll d8s before before we go live. Hey, hey guys,
Hello.
welcome back.
Here we are, and we find a D8.
Adeline, are you okay?
Yep, I was just reading the spell that I get automatically, and it's so fun.
Leveling up is super.
Okay.
Wait, so I'm rolling my hit die.
Wait,
Yes.
we're rolling now?
Roll some hit points. You guys are waking up as level 5 heroes.
How many do we roll?
10.
Plus your con, right?
Oh, you just roll one.
You just
roll
roll
Oh,
one
just
die.
one. I don't know why I thought, okay, you guys.
One
I
die,
wish.
I should
Plus
say.
your
I've never played D&D before.
This is
I
my
only-
first time.
I only got a 5.
Plus
I
a
got
million.
5.
I got a 6.
I got a 3 plus 5.
But my feat that I took gave me more con, so that helped. I got a huge bump in hit points.
Yeah, I got 5 total.
Right. So
Hell yeah.
I'm so squishy.
I'm not.
8.
You got 8?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a 6. That's pretty
Bad.
good.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Adeline, what'd you get?
I rolled a 4 and I have a +1.
Oh my god.
It automatically adds your con.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't.
You just put in
manually
whatever
add
you
con,
rolled in the
just-
thingy.
Just add
Woohoo! Okay.
what, like, oh no, that came a lot down.
Love that.
Stacks, what'd you roll?
A 7.
Nice.
Oh,
Very nice. At least I'm in my 30s now, you guys.
The only time
yeah, that's
that
when your
sentence
knees
is
start to
acceptable.
hurt, and
Yeah.
All right.
cool. Are we all hit pointed up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm very resilient.
So, coming back from the break, many of you had found quiet rest. Some quieter than they'd like it to be usually, and others not so quiet. As morning light starts to crest through the windows of your rooms in the Chubby Pigeon, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
First thing Adeline does is she's gonna look at her arm. Does she still have a mark there?
As you look down, you see it's like a light purplish kind of, not a bruise, but almost like a bevel into you that has these small lateral lines along it, evenly spaced.
If I put my sleeve down, it doesn't extend past my where it would show though.
No,
Okay.
no.
Good.
It stops just shy of your wrist.
Okay. Then she will get dressed as usual and then like make sure the ties at her wrist are tied very tightly to prevent anything, and straighten her little vest and go downstairs.
As soon as she opens her door, Roz is outside with a cup of morning tea.
Oh God. Bless you, Rose.
Did you sleep well?
Yes, absolutely, like a stone. How about you?
Between Losteros's mutterings in his sleep and occasionally Kaiya snoring, about on par to what I'm used to.
Yes, I jumped at the opportunity to have some space for the night.
Well, I will see if the boys are awake.
Thank you so much for this. I really needed it.
Anytime. And he'll kind of like saunter off back to his room. Is Kaiya and Lost awake?
Yep. I'm just heading downstairs. I followed you out.
Okay. Kaiya,
Mhm.
I wasn't able to make any treats last night, but I will work on that.
That's okay. That's fine. I actually this morning when I woke up, I feel a lot heartier than I did before I went to bed. Like a lot heartier. And it was something that I've been thinking about and how my stance is in my form. And I feel like I can take a hit or two more than I could before. Because, when you said you have one job, don't die, and I didn't, and I died. I've been thinking about that a lot because that really, it wasn't good. So I'm trying to avoid that situation again. So I feel like I'm not saying I'm invincible, but I'm saying I think I can take a hit better than I could, yesterday.
Well, that's good and all. I get a bit worried from time to time because you do take quite a lot of hits.
Yeah, I need to not charge head on willy-nilly, so recklessly sometimes.
Remember, like my father taught us, a good defense is just as well as any other. I really didn't pay attention to his lessons.
Yeah, so I grew up thinking that a good offense is better than a good defense, but I think your father was stressing that a good defense can work as well as a good offense sometimes.
From his sleep, Lost Arch just goes, no, no, no. The best defense is more offense.
I think what we're trying to say is it depends on the situation, Lost.
He gets up and you look down at Lost and you're like, you don't know how he did it, but he's like in his loincloth. You went to sleep with armor on and slept, he's like back in his loincloth. It's like
That's
magic.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm glad you had your blanket.
Your blanket, yes.
It's your blanket now. I have my cloak, my special cloak. I can make it do things, and I don't need a blanket anymore. I stay warm.
Lost his stretches, and he needs to get his morning started, so he walks out to the bar.
Got it. Heading down the stairs.
Yep.
What about the sisters? What are you guys doing?
I'm just standing by my sister's bed watching her sleep until she wakes up, like I always do.
Oh,
Good morning.
good morning, Lily. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm much better.
Good.
I was very tired before. I feel much better now. Are you rested?
Yeah, it almost feels like we hadn't rested in a month.
It definitely does. I'm very thankful for a rest. Well, I hope that we can maybe get those amulets or whatever they are, the necklace things made today, and maybe get some exploring done.
To the temple.
We'll go as far as we can.
All the way.
exactly where fate takes us.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I didn't want to go downstairs without you, so I've just been waiting.
I'll get ready.
Okay.
So you guys assemble yourselves and head downstairs. The other three, are you guys doing the same thing, kind of following
Oh no!
after?
When I see them come downstairs, I look up and see them all in their fit and gear, and I'm in my loincloth, and I go, "Oh shit!"
You're downstairs in your loincloth?
And I start heading back up the stairs, and I just pass them. I go, "Give me 10 minutes."
So it's a fairly narrow staircase. So you guys all pin to one side as Lost kind of pins to the other in his loincloth. And you guys are just trying to just keep enough distance that it doesn't get pulled to one side. See, he does the the movie aisle shuffle. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, excuse me.
Ariana Grande side to side.
Yep.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
So you
I
managed to
think
make
that's
it.
what that song's about.
Make your way back up to the stairs where you guys come down. Entering into the bar area, it is dark. All of the windows are covered with wooden shutters that have been pulled. There is no one around.
Not even Hezrick? Huh.
Hello?
Do they not do mornings here?
Lostroth looks excited. He goes, "Well now," and you see him kind of like vault and try to vault over the bar counter.
I thought you were changing.
Were you dressed
Wait,
yet?
are we all down yet? Oh no, you guys are down. Okay, I'm still
No.
changing. Oh, I'm still changing. Yes, it takes me 10 minutes.
He
to put my
heard
armor
free
on.
liquor and just ran back down the stairs.
Yes, I was like,
before he made it upstairs.
Is today some type of special day?
You know, that's a good question. Maybe they're all in Wolf Church.
Wolf Church.
Open the front door and see if there are people like out on the streets and things.
Yeah, so it has a large board across it holding it closed.
And I naturally get out my crowbar.
How big is it?
This big.
Watch the the prior episodes. They'll be going up on YouTube if you want to know more about crowbars.
You'll get that.
I think it was episode 2 or 3.
Something like that.
Mhm.
Very early. Yeah, so you're able to kind of push it upwards, I guess, with your crowbar.
I don't get my crowbar out. I'm just gonna pick it up.
I figured. So yeah, you're able to like lift it, shift it to the side so that the hinge becomes free. You pull the door open and sunlight enters in, casting this long line of light through the doorway, but that is the only source of light that's coming in. And for a moment you like in the sun, because it's so much brighter outside, even early in the morning, than the interior of the Chubby Pigeon.
I'll just like poke my head out. See if there's anyone like on the street.
I'm right with her doing the same.
There's a few people just kind of wandering around. It's still sort of early morning. It's not like packed streets, but you do know that people were out for a long time last night. Like they were still up when you went to bed.
Good morning. Just to the first person that's closest to me.
Yeah, so looking ahead, you see a human male walking past who just kind of turns and says, "Oh, good morning.
Where is everybody?
Um, I don't know.
I mean, we were
Who is everybody?
the people who are around. There's no one here. We stayed in this place last night, and there's no one here to serve us breakfast.
Oh, you think breakfast comes with that room? You know
think
where you are, right?
I'm in Vargrden.
In the Chubby Pigeon. There's no continental breakfast with your room.
Well, where
What's
would you suggest?
continental? They locked us in.
What, you are out?
Yeah, but they locked the door in. Like, we couldn't even...
Wouldn't you lock your door?
Technically, yes.
Where would you suggest we find a lovely breakfast this morning?
I'm heading to the market.
He's gonna make breakfast.
I'm not making breakfast. I'm buying breakfast.
Oh,
Okay.
that you bought things to make breakfast.
What?
I'm not talking to you.
It's fine. We'll find something. Thank you very much.
Oh, all right.
Have
Goodbye.
a great day.
You do the same. So he kind of wanders away, like still side-eyeing as he goes down the street till he feels a comfortable distance away.
I find it really strange that no one's here. I'm not asking to be given breakfast, but no one's even... It's not like the other places we've been. The
Well,
one
the
other
other-
place we've been.
The other place that we've been didn't stay up and serve alcohol all night to the patrons.
Everyone who is not kind of looking outside, so pretty much everyone except the sisters, make a perception check for me.
I think Lostaroth is still in the book.
Rose, what if everyone died?
You would see them. It's fine.
24.
I didn't see them
22.
last night.
13.
24, 13,
22.
22. Oh, Lost, you're still upstairs. I forgot. I was like waiting on a dice roll, like, yes?
It's still spinning.
It's a really high dice tower. Yeah, so the boys, you guys hear like a sound, and you look towards just under the top of the bar. As you look down, there is a small hatch that opens up, and Hisrick walks out with his eye patch on, a like sleep sock style hat with a bobble on the end, and some kind of just like tunic style pajamas, as he walks out holding a candle in a candlestick holder, and goes, "Wah! Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot about you."
Are we the only guests in the inn?
Yeah. Everyone else lives here.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so where do we get breakfast?
Oh, fucked if I know. Not here.
Well, thank you. We'll find some. Do you not get many travelers?
No.
Right. So we will just naturally stick out no matter where we go in this town.
Probably.
Good to know. Thank you. All right, we'll find some breakfast.
All right. I'll
Do you want anything?
Me?
Well, yes, we're actively about to go get breakfast, but you seem like you're still sleeping for a little bit longer.
You know, I've spent the best part of 50 years in this tavern asking everyone else what they want. And you fancy person, are the first to ask me what it is that I want. Carrots would be nice.
Carrots.
Carrots.
Yeah, like half a dozen.
Right.
You
Sounds
gonna put
easy enough.
you gonna put it in a Bloody Mary?
I put it in a who?
In a Bloody Mary.
Why is Mary bloody?
Well, I'm lost. What
You
we're
stabbed
talking
with a
about.
carrot.
I've only got one eye. It helps with me dark vision.
Ooh. I'm sure we can find those in the market, and it sounds like that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start.
Thank you.
All right.
And he stands there awkwardly as you guys kind of
Like ease tiptoe out.
Bye.
start easing towards the door, and then realize that Lost is still upstairs.
Probably about
during
done
the
now.
yeah during
He
this
leaves us all the time.
during this transaction, you guys start to hear the familiar footfalls of Lost come down the stairs. Lost, you walk downstairs and see this like awkward circle of a pajamaed, one-eyed gnome and your friends.
Well, I lost her off. I walk up to Rose, and I go, "Can I borrow the jug?"
Yes, but it's already water today.
You
It's
probably
fine.
should hydrate.
Would you like some water?
I hear it's good for you.
Water.
Mhm.
I start my mornings with
Water.
spirits. What? Do I look like a fish? Wine, woman, wine.
I switched it to water this morning. I tried the wine. It's not for me.
Is there any left?
No, you have to pour it out, and then the next morning, you can request what you'd like, and I chose water.
I'm sure there's something in the market to suit your special breakfast needs. Lost?
And then Lost takes a look around the bar and he sees it's dead and quiet. He's like, "Fine, let's go."
What would you like? Would you like some water?
No,
It's really good for you.
Okay, so you guys make your way out into the street, kind of heading in the same direction as the gentleman who was very confused by everything to do with Lily. Heading in that general direction.
new.
It's it's not long before you see what is starting to be a bustling street of different propped up like canvas little huts and coverings with people selling different fruits. There's vegetables. There's different like small wares and things. What would you like to do?
So we're looking for carrots and other breakfast items for us?
Yes. Well, carrots just for his Rick, but whatever we would like for breakfast as well.
I think some baked goods would be really nice this morning.
Like pastry.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
I do love a bear claw.
Mmm.
Law dump. They're actually owlbear claws here.
Owlbear claws.
Adorable.
I was gonna say they're probably called wolf claws here.
Oh, good point.
It's like they're actually owlbear claws, but we call them wolf claws here.
I like apple fritters.
I like all of those things.
Mm-hmm. And donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there will be many prolific bakers here in town?
I don't
Don't
know.
they have bakers everywhere?
It seems more of like a jerky. I get like a jerky vibe from this place, like less of like a, ooh, I made you a delicate cupcake, and more of like a, here's some jerky.
But they do
So,
have the
like-
monks that make a bunch of food for them. And maybe they grow the crops and.
You know, I don't know why you think they wouldn't have things like that. I mean, every city has things like that. People bake. It's normal.
I'm
Not
gonna.
everyone.
I'm gonna like just try to like sniff the air to see if there's any kind of like baked goods.
Nature's own
A
perception.
la
check.
Looney Tunes.
Are you as you attempt to Pepe Le Pew your way to baked goods? Are you proficient in baked goods?
Well, I'm
Yes.
proficient in perception.
Roll a perception check with
Oh.
disadvantage
Why?
because it's the middle of a bustling city market.
And you're
That's why.
smelling.
And you closed
Well-
your eyes and you just smelled.
That's fine because I rolled a 16 and then I rolled a 17, and I have a +8 to perception. So let's go. What do I smell?
So that's a 24.
So you watch as Rose rocks onto her tiptoes, casting her nose into the air and taking a great big huff of air. And you do get the hint of pastry
Wait.
and sweetbreads.
They have it. They have it here. Just follow me. Follow me. And I'm
Sweet
just gonna
breads, not sweet bread.
Yes. I'm gonna follow the smell.
Okay.
Follow your nose.
So as Rose goes ass up, nose to the ground, sniffing her way through. I'm just kidding. Like,
She herself shapeshifts into a wolf.
Yes.
following her perceptive nose, apparently, you do come upon a small stand with baskets, like wicker baskets with handles across the tabletop with like red and white what's the word?
Gingham.
Thank you, gingham.
You're welcome.
Gingham blanket type coverings across them all.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this looks lovely. Is there a person there?
There is.
Okay.
Behind the countertop, there is a small elderly lady with a gray, almost like beehive, very, very pristine. She'd obviously spent a long time putting this together, hairstyle with a pin in the top, wearing a nice yet conservative gray dress with sort of the puffy shoulders, and you can see out of the sleeves comes like little frilly, like doily cuffs.
Like these?
Yes, not quite as big and more lacy, But yes.
Oh, these baked goods smell so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Did you make all of these?
I did. I made all of them.
How many baskets are on the table or on the counter?
Roll a d6.
Ooh, a D6.
One.
There are 5 baskets.
Oh. How much would it be for one of these baskets?
Oh, an entire basket.
Yeah.
Which basket did you want?
Are they like assorted, or is like each basket something different?
It's got a gingham covering on the top of it.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So you can't see inside it.
I want to open up the first basket closest to me.
Okay, yeah. So there are like small like glazed sweet rolls in there.
And then after that, I want to look in each one of them.
Okay. So in the second one, you pull it back and there are small glazed sweet rolls.
So
and
everything.
Then the third one and the fourth and the fifth.
Cool. Does everyone like sweet rolls?
Yep. My favorite.
Good. I'll just take a whole basket. How much would that be?
An entire basket?
Yes, please.
Oh, oh my. Oh my.
She turns and sort of doesn't really know what she's doing, but starts like putting her hands on things and looking for something, but it seems like she doesn't really know what she's looking for.
Rose, I think
And she
she's
says-
gonna die soon. Why is that so funny?
I don't know. No one's ever bought this many. I'm so sorry. Give me a moment to collect myself.
Oh.
I like to discreetly cast guidance on her
Oh.
Okay.
with my guiding whispers. So it's just like, so I imagine she had a husband who might be dead right now, or a family member who died recently, and I want them to like whisper in her ear, like guide her on what she's doing.
Okay.
That's how I want to flavor it, at least.
So as you start casting your guiding whispers and they weave their way through the air and just kind of wrap around her, you watch as the form of an elderly gentleman just starts appearing on her one side, and he leans in lovingly, puts his head towards her ear and says,
For fuck's sake, Mildred! Just charge them a gold! Just charge them a gold!
and he all of a sudden goes,
Oh, 1 gold! What?
Okay.
Excuse me. What? 1 gold?
All right.
Thank you, Mildred.
What?
I want to put down 2 gold, but like on top of each other, so that just on the counter. So she probably doesn't notice at first. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Do you know where we can find some carrots?
Probably in the vegetable stand down the way.
That'll do. Thank you so much. And I'll reach in and I'll take.
You're welcome.
I'll reach in and I'll take out a sweet roll and I'll just pass the basket along to everyone else. Breakfast is served.
Yep. So you guys can take your basket of sweet rolls.
I'm so hungry in real life
I
right
know.
now.
I want a bowl of cereal so bad.
That sounds really good, a bowl of cereal.
I want a bowl of cereal. Anyway,
I'm so glad her husband was like so worried. For fuck's sake, he's like finally someone conjured me. I've been watching all of this bullcrap happen for years.
Yeah, so if you want to pick up carrots, we don't have to roleplay every single every single market
What's
stall.
the vegetable
Yeah.
NPC.
person like?
We got
Oh my
sentence
God.
to do.
I have to be able to send to them.
How are we gonna build a lasting relationship with this carrot vendor?
He might be the key to the whole
Fine.
thing.
I want to
Fine.
make sure we get extra
No,
carrot.
no, we don't have to do that. I mean, unless if everyone else wants to.
I mean, we want.
I was
Would you
gonna
guys
get
like
extra...
to meet the
No.
vegetable vendor?
No, but I did want to make a point to get extra carrots because I was gonna go check on the horses.
Okay, so you could get like a dozen carrots for like a silver.
Okay, got it.
Roz,
I'm gonna get it. I want
Uh,
extra carrots too.
Lost. Roll an insight check.
Inside check. Ooh, lower.
Carrot vendor's actually the BBEG. Ha ha!
See, this is the information we could have gathered if we met them.
8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hate that. Silence after a check.
Yeah. Lost is not very insightful. He's not very perceptive. He's thirsty. So he'll find a drink somewhere in this marketplace.
I have water for you if you would just drink the water.
He just ignores Rose and continues looking for some spirits or alcohol. Yeah.
Lily, I don't think he can hear me today.
I'm gonna cast message to him. So a little ghost whispers in his ear, Rose is telling you to drink water.
No hablas
Drink it!
common.
No hablas comment.
Just a cacophony of whispers telling you to drink water.
Okay. I'm pretty sure eventually I find some spirits and head back to the party satiated.
Yeah, actually there is one vendor that specializes in ice wine.
Nice. Got ice wine in both campaigns.
I know, right? This is the one place you can get it as well.
Nice.
Cool.
Pretty good.
So you can pick up. Well, how many bottles do you want?
Enough to fill my flask, or my 2 flasks, and that'll probably hold until lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say a bottle. So yeah, let's call it 10 silver for that.
Okay, a gold then.
Yes.
All right.
Should we go pick up our necklaces?
Yeah, I think that we should.
I'm gonna continue to stuff my face with sweet rolls.
Yeah.
How many sweet rolls do you eat?
Oh no. So I was imagining like a basket, like a big one that you'd stick your arm to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're right.
Okay. So I've probably already eaten like 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
You haven't eaten, so okay.
I'd like to pretend I eat one, but then when no one's looking, I put it in my bag.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm not gonna throw it away because I know my sister likes them. Sleight of hand.
Yep.
14.
14.
That is my.
I mean, I saw it.
That's my passive perception as well.
Definitely saw it. Doesn't matter.
Normal girls put goodies in their bags.
I mean,
Especially in a buffet.
You seemingly have averted everyone's gaze.
Except for me.
me.
And Adeline, yeah. Adeline, you do notice that it's not bitten into and it's put away for later.
She won't say anything, but just keep it
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Adeline has taken so many notes on Lily. Has yet to bring any of it up.
I mean, they're so disparate at this point too. It's just like there's no, yeah.
So you guys are heading to Oleg's.
I on the way, I'm gonna stop and give some carrots to the horses or the caretaker of the horses just to make sure they're okay. 'Cause it's-
Easy done. Yep.
when-
Ted and Jerry, they seem in fairly good spirits. They're I don't know horse terms. Like they're trough, but not trough. Like for hay, the thing that you stuff hay into is full, and the hay seems fresh.
Okay.
They welcome the sight of you guys and take up the carrots.
I just wanted to check on him because, well, this place was a little weird when we first got here, so just wanted to check on him. At least we know they're fine.
Stable Hand's like, yeah. I mean, whenever you want to come back and check,
Thank
they're
you.
yours. And he goes back to petting Jerry's long snout.
Should we also drop the carrots with his Rick before we, because we're going to so many errands all of a sudden. We're going to Oleg's and then we're going.
I don't get a long rest, but I have to do all these things.
You send us on the carrot errand with the mysterious NPC yet to be known, who is the carrot dealer.
I mean, we can stop and take the carrots back if we think he's gonna be awake for them.
Oh right, he was sleeping for a while. Then let's get our business underway.
All right.
To the smithy.
Okay.
She says with a face full of sweet rolls.
As crumbs like just spraying out. Yeah, so you guys make your way to Oleg's. Oleg is propped up against a table. Seemingly hasn't started work for the day. Has a large like wooden mug that he's sipping from. Looks up and says, "Oh, good morning."
Good morning, Oleg. Would you like a sweet roll? And I kind of gesture with the basket.
Is that from the lady in the market?
Mildred.
It is.
No.
Oh.
Why?
What do
Why?
you know that we don't?
How many have you eaten?
At least 5. Maybe 6 now.
How do you
I'm at-
feel?
4.
I feel fine.
Yeah, it's probably nothing. Anyway, I made
Oh,
you.
wait, what? What happens when you eat?
You should tell us what happens. Because I ate one too.
Legend has it
Oh god.
Again.
that I'm fucking with you.
How?
I was wondering if maybe her husband was killed by her pastries, but now maybe that's wrong.
You're dark.
That was dark even for you.
I'm
Lily.
actually pretty pale.
In character.
Anyway, no,
Anyway,
she's just a normal girl. Were you able to finish?
Yeah, so he exits the seemingly leading into an awkward moment and retrieves 6 medallions of the right size. They are flat, and they have like basically like square chains to them, like a box chain, but like looser.
and he says, best I could do with the short notice for the chains.
Thank you.
Lovely.
I think they'll do fine.
Like I said, big, hacky, slashy, choppy things are more my speed. But I think I improved it well enough for you to do whatever it is that I don't know you're doing.
Exactly.
Well, I'll leave you to your morning.
Do you say we were to come across the priestess traveling about and whatnot? Do you have any words of advice?
Approach earnestly. Wear your intentions on your sleeve. She'll know otherwise.
All right. Thank you.
I hope you find use in your necklaces.
Me too.
And he turns and he starts to look into like a the face of a shield as he starts pulling and braiding the center piece of his beard, and leaves you to leave. Where would you like to go?
Midas is right.
Midas? Yeah.
Midas.
Yes.
Midas.
So, yes, so you can find your way to the Midas Touch enchantments, and you meet with the same boarded up door. You're able to push it open and walk through, checking your surroundings before you do so. That instantaneous darkness is met with dim candlelight inside. The windows, covered in must, blocking a lot of light from coming in. More different clothes hanging from the lines, different pages that are wet and dripping with ink.
Hello?
Hello.
I think he's hiding again.
He may be asleep.
Everyone sleeps so late here.
Midas, are you here?
I wouldn't leave a store empty with tens of $1,000s worth of magic items behind the counter. No.
As you call out his name, you see one of the cabinets, the lower half of the cabinet. The cabinet's about like 4 feet tall. The lower half of it kicks open and a shoe comes through, and he pulls himself out of this small hole in the cabinet and greets you. Well, good morning.
What are you doing in there?
Sleeping. Maybe.
Why do you...
Maybe watching.
Can never be too careful when you deal in my business, not in this town.
Right. As we discussed, we've brought you the amulets for you to enchant.
Oh, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Bring them, bring them, bring them. And he goes around to the back of his large, like, bureau desk. Come, put. And so, yeah, you drop the 6 amulets, and he quickly starts shuffling them around into a perfect line, like adjusting it by the millimeter as he goes across. I know, millimeters, right? And stands back and says, okay, I think I can work with these.
Wonderful.
I need about an hour.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
great.
Got carrots to deliver.
Okay. Sure.
Important business, yes.
Carrots to the word.
We'll be back.
All right.
And Lost just walks out. These goodbyes are taking too long. Lost is like, guys.
Okay, so yeah, so you well, do you follow? Like follow suit? You. Yep. Okay, so you walk out. I assume you are heading to Hisrix.
Yep.
That guy is creepy.
Yes.
He's an odd sort.
Eccentric.
Yes,
Definitely.
eccentric. I agree.
Yep. So see the chubby pigeon? Open the door, and as you open the door, it is bustling again with all manner of people. There's cheering and things, and drinks being splashed around. Hisrix behind the bar, just kind of running along of his platform behind the bar, shelling out drinks across it, scooting them across. Everyone's catching them, and like the occasional one like slides off the bar and it drops, and everyone goes, "Hey!"
Wow, this pace picks up quick. Like you've gone empty and bam. No lines.
Got to enjoy that after tempo rush. Roz will go over to give the carrots that they have set aside for Hisrix to him.
It's not Applebee's.
There's no Applebee's here, so
Yeah.
the next best.
Cracker Barrel. Yeah. So, yeah.
I
So you
love
guys.
their little apples though.
Right, and they come in their little dish.
Yeah. So you head towards Hisrix at the bar, who kind of catches a glance out of his one eye, looks over and says,
Oh, hello. You back?
Yes, we have your carrots. For things picked up rather briskly here.
Oh, they always do. Busy place, busy place. Lots of people to serve. But now I feel like I am being served.
You just really have to keep up your health. I mean, it seems like you don't have time to eat around here when, things pick up. So, hopefully these carrots will be fine.
Oh, these'll do just fine.
and he takes them in his hands and slowly pushes them into his shirt. It's just a regular shirt. They're just on the inside. And as he lets go, you watch them drop.
I do believe that is the oddest carrot transaction I have ever been a part of.
Do you engage in many Raws?
You'd be surprised.
Never tell me.
Never
Well.
tell me. That's so great.
Thank you, strange fancy man.
Rhapsody is far less syllables.
Rhapsody. Anyway,
And he makes his way off down the bar to check on the many patrons that are stumbling up from some of the round tables.
Did he pick up his carrots after he dropped them on the ground? Or are they
Oh,
just-
I apologize. His shirt is tucked in, so
Oh,
you
so
would have
it's
seen
like-
him stop at his belt loop. They're just within his shirt right now.
All right.
Good.
Oh.
I
Gotta love those
definitely
shirt
thought they
carrots.
just all fell on the floor, and he just stood there like, just let it.
Roz will go back to sit with everyone else if they're sitting down. How much? We have an hour, he said, right?
Yes. Perhaps we should make our plan. Are we just waltzing into the second area?
I don't think we should use them.
You couldn't have said that maybe
Before we,
30, 40 minutes ago.
I mean, we have to pay for you.
But the more I thought about it, the more he said, be sincere in our
Ernest.
purpose, earnest in our intentions and purpose. I feel like starting off the entire situation with a deception is probably not the way to go.
No, I beg to differ.
I
Basically,
knew you would, Lost.
earnestly want to get beyond that first gate. Earnestly wanted to meet this priestess. Very early.
I think we should just ask for permission first.
And if that's denied, what, we're suddenly going to crop up with these falsified amulets and walk through? Who gives permission?
I would think that the gate guard, and if they feel like they don't have the authorization to allow us to enter, we could request that they find out who we need to petition.
Well, we've some time to kill. Kaiya, perhaps you,
Okay.
in particular, should go and ask in earnest. And then, if it doesn't work out,
Okay.
the re-
Yep. I'm
Or-
Herb did say maybe the monks. But, I mean, Kaiya and I might be able to talk to them and see if there's a way to get in there. I mean, we are from monasteries ourselves, quite different monasteries, but,
True. In that case, if you will go talk to the monks. Oh, goodness me. I thought we had a plan. I
We have a
can go
plan.
and.
I think we still have a backup plan, but I feel like starting off the entire interaction with someone like that on a deception, I think, is probably not the way to go.
Well, if one of us must just ask a guard for permission, I don't mind to be that person. And if later, it's like, oh no, Adeline can't go and see the wolf priest. Oh no, oh no, my heart's gonna be so broken, but I think I can live with it. Or I've other means to not be myself.
I think you don't even have to say a word to these guards. You just kind of put it on, walk, and pretend like you belong. That's all. It's
Well,
not
yes, but
much-
that
Yeah.
was the plan.
Yeah. I think there's no deception. You just putting on an amulet. Happens all the time at these exclusive bars and brothels. You just walk in. Yeah.
Where?
Why don't we take a moment to watch people who are going in and out of the gate.
I think that that's a good
If
place
they
to
have their medallion amulet showing, then we'll see how that works. I would assume that one would not just keep that out in the open. What if it's, someone steals it or, attacks you for it? I would assume that's something you'd keep on the inside of your shirt.
To
Have
be
you?
fair,
Have we?
most-
Right. His right wore his inside, the one he had, right? It was inside his shirt.
Does he have one?
I thought he had one.
I didn't think anyone we've met has one, nor do they have any desire to.
Jay, do I remember that wrong?
Herb has one.
Yeah. Oh, it's Herb, not his Rick, sorry. Yeah, and he wears it inside his shirt. He doesn't wear it out and proud. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what I was thinking is if we have them, we can have them hidden. And if the opportunity needs to have it, then we have it. Otherwise,
I agree that we should start with just watching those that pass through the gate. I think we could learn a lot.
But it's
And-
also, we're not from around here, and we've already been discussed that we stand out. I mean, more than normal.
What? Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
6 people from out of town have amulets, would it
Right.
strike any?
Seems like I think that would be more suspicious than just humbly requesting permission.
Suspicious, perhaps, but less likely to fail. I guess we don't know until we ask.
I think it's more likely to fail. And I think and like I said, I think it's the wrong way to go about it. It's dishonest.
Perhaps we could pull a, mark my phrasing, double Beaumont? I mean, before we didn't have access to the upper echelon, and Miss Beaumont here was able to gain us access.
True.
And we didn't have to be deceptive in the fact we offered our services as we would.
I wonder if
ahead.
one with an amulet can grant passage for those without, much like the papers operated in Elderwood.
Do you think Herb can let us through the gates this whole time and he just hasn't suggested it?
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be Herb himself.
Are you saying that? Are you saying you would be Herb?
Saying I could be Herb, I could be a monk, I could be anyone.
But Roz and I are already monks.
And that is doing us a lot of good, isn't it?
I think that was rude.
It was.
Rose is gonna kind of step away from everyone and just kind of close her eyes for a second. We met Oleg for a reason. That path was set by fate. I want to continue on with what we had planned.
I think that maybe that path was fate set us on that path to meet him. And I think it was important to listen to his words that he said to us.
My intention
And
is
now-
honest.
And now I think after what he said, I mean, Adeline had a point. I could go up and ask. And if I can't get in, then that's fine.
I will ask.
I would rather ask.
I would prefer to just take the amulet and walk in, without watching and without asking, and see what happens. It's kind
Have
of
we thought? Have we had a moment to watch and even see if What if they take the amulets? What if they must grasp them? What if they must touch them? Ours will not stand up to that kind of scrutiny.
Oh, I would just assume Herb would have told us that this wouldn't work, since
I
he'd
mean,
done this before.
perhaps.
But
Let's go watch and see.
We can.
Let's go watch and see. And I volunteer to be the first to go.
I will follow.
Okay,
Alright.
2 of you going?
I'm
We're gonna
going.
watch. We're gonna watch first.
Yeah.
Because we're still
Everyone?
waiting for the
We'll all
amulet.
go.
Everyone. Okay.
We'll all go.
So you're gonna use the time to go and observe at the second gate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you arrive at the second gate, like a bit of distance, I assume, from it. And there's a few buildings that you can kind of just hang on the side of, almost like an alley, but not really. It's like far too thin and short to be used as an alley. It's just kind of a gap between the buildings, but you're able to kind of pin yourselves across a couple of these gaps and keep an eye. A while passes. No one is approaching the gate.
I'm gonna walk up to the gate.
Okay. All right. So you walk out from between the buildings and head towards these colossal giant gates that peak in the center and then drift away to 2 guard towers on either side.
Excuse me, sir.
I mean, it's pretty high up. Are you like yelling to them?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Instantly, there are 4 bows trained on you from the guard towers. State your business.
I'm a humble traveler, and I was hoping to get an audience with, forgot her name all of a sudden. But
Rachel.
yes. And I hear she's a very honest and fair person. I'm a seeker of truth, defender of the weak. And I would love to pay my respects as I travel through this town. If I need to make a formal request, I would like to do so.
Instantly, 4 arrows strike the ground in front of you, wedging themselves in inches away from your toes.
I don't move.
Then pay your respects from outside.
Okay. Is there someone I could make a formal request to?
They start drawing more arrows and knocking them. You can make a formal request to the head of this arrow.
Okay. All right, thank you. And I walk away.
And the rest of you see as the bows still stay trained on him.
I don't walk back directly to them. I walk away.
As he walks away before releasing and lowering again. But they're now all like 2 in one and 2 in the other are now pressed and looking around.
Gonna take a swig of my flask.
Can I try something?
Certainly.
You might not let me do this, but I would like to attempt to cast sending to the priestess.
You're not familiar with her.
I've heard all about her. I've been listening about stories about her the entire last 3 days.
You have to be like familiar with like their looks and
You have to, basically you have to have met them.
That's not accurate. You don't have to have met them. Anyways, I guess I won't do that.
Well, read how the spell works.
Lost is gonna continue watching.
It just says a creature you're familiar. I'm familiar with what they are.
For me, being familiar with someone is having had some kind of interaction with them and knowing them so that you can cast out a message to them.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep watching. Does nobody come up to this gate throughout, like, for a few hours, or just it's never used? Or...
So, as you guys continue to wait, more time passes, and eventually, a familiar orc pulling a small cart behind him, almost like a rickshaw style, filled with vegetables. They still have the mud on it. Pulls up to the gate, and you see the guards push up against the edge of the guard tower again, and he reaches beneath his like vestments and pulls out a silver medallion. He takes it off of his neck and he holds it directly up towards them. And you watch as one of the guards in the tower takes one off and holds it up so that they're facing one another. And they both glow at the same time. And the gates start to be pulled open as he starts pulling his cart through. They only open a small ways for enough for the cart to come through, and then they're closed.
I don't know much about these magics. But will our amulets do that?
I don't think. Oh, I'm not there.
I doubt it. Though
Not unless Midas put something in it.
that is yet to be seen. There may be a small amount of arcane trickery that can be used to create a similar effect. But the fact remains that I don't think we are getting in just as a wandering group of people they don't recognize. But I have another idea. If we can acquire a cart, laden it with goods, underneath which all of you are tucked away, perhaps myself as a monk can get us through. But we are going to stand out so far beyond the crowd as soon as we are past there.
I agree.
About this time, I come wandering back up, but my cloak is a different color.
Girls, I know that your curiosity and fate drives you forward. Do you feel this is possible?
yes.
Perhaps not this way.
Perhaps not.
Y'all
this
see
way.
that?
Yes, Kaiya. We all
Well,
saw.
I don't mean me. I mean, besides me, that the person who went through.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think our amulets will work.
They're enchanting them though, so they might. I mean, they
Right.
know what the deal is with them. Maybe they.
We should ask Midas how this enchantment that he's creating for us will work. Will they just look like totems, or?
You know,
Well, it is almost time, isn't it? Isn't
Yep.
it done?
I would like to point out that even if we get all the way and get an audience with her, what do you want to say to her? Because as soon as you open your mouth, they're going to know that we deceived our way in. And as soon as they know that, I think there's going to be 1,000 arrows piercing our bodies.
Perhaps we can earn her favor. Perhaps we can do something worthy of an audience.
I agree with that.
But what?
Maybe go free a small outlier town from a curse.
Didn't we just do that?
Right, and
The blacksmith in his story, he said before she became, what is it, the Headman? I
Yes.
don't know these properly.
The
That's-
Ulfhedna,
The Ulfhedna.
The wolf.
yeah, they're like the spec ops warriors.
And that was the high priestess, right? If I'm remembering.
No,
correctly.
she was imbued with the power of Fenris. The Ulfhedna kind of get like a glancing touch of that power
Okay.
in order to keep them quiet.
Like lessers in a way. So okay. She cried out for injustice. And then in the story, that's when Fenris blessed her with the power that she had.
Are you suggesting we seek out some kind of injustice and set it right?
I would love to do that. I would love to do that anyway.
I mean, yes, that's easier said than done. You can't just walk around the street and be like, "Oh no, did he charge you too much for those carrots?" Sorry, I've got carrots on that mind. Do you remember that vendor? He was so eccentric. I can't stop thinking about him.
Did I say we would just wander around looking for injustice? No, but I'm sure that someone like Oleg could let us know.
If he knows that there's injustice going on, you don't think that he's done something to intercede himself? You think he's just like, "Oh yeah, no, there's this terrible situation that I know about and haven't done anything."
Maybe not. He has his ways.
The fact remains, we have two possible courses of action that I can reasonably see for us moving forward, and it's using the medallions. 3. 1, where we, as ourselves, 6 strangers in a town where we are unknown, use these medallions that we've acquired from God knows how to just pass through the gate.
I'm not gonna do it.
Option 2, well, no, you've kind of shot yourself in the foot there with your
I don't
shot.
think so, but I wouldn't do it anyway.
All right, option 2, we step up our deception a bit, hide your lot in a cart, I do my best monking, and we pass through in that way unseen, and then hope that we don't stand out so much that we're kicked out in the second level. Or 3, we do some yet unknown but noble act to gain favor and an audience with this priestess.
I am going to approach the gate while they're talking.
Okay.
I'm going to hold up my symbol, my holy symbol of Eastus, and I will say out, I am a disciple of Eastus, traveling through this town. I have rid your outlying land of a curse with my traveling crew, I request to see your temple. And as I do, I would just like allow some of my light cantrip to kind of like glow from my hand. My holy symbol. It has to be on something.
Make a persuasion check.
And I wish I could cast guidance on you.
Guidance with my whispers.
Can that work?
Sure, why not?
I mean,
Is that
I don't have to be near you to do it.
Is that
Yeah.
a D4?
It is a D4
Yeah.
bonus.
Ooh, I got a 4. Persuasion. 21.
The guards push up against the edge of the towers and look down. It starts to glow in your hand as you start to cast your light cantrip into it. And they slowly release their bows down. And they say, if this is true, what are your intentions?
I wish to pay respect to the priestess here. Respect to Fenris.
And he reaches in and pulls out his medallion and holds it up. And it glows. And he puts it back. This one is permitted.
And I'll look back at
And the
them.
gates open up just enough for one person to walk through.
As
Oh.
I'm like halfway towards
know.
my sister, I stop.
Go.
I could not have done this without them. Are they permitted to come with me?
They may try.
And I walk forward.
And the god holds up his symbol again. What do you guys do?
I know
Um,
Lily would be right behind me.
Yeah. Adeline will come forward to give like a curtsy. I was with them. I was sick. Oh god. But we seek knowledge. I am a learner of knowledge, and is it?
I'm also from the Temple of Eastus, and
Oh god.
I'm not one for words like my sister.
The gates close with Rose on the other side.
Did my sister not make it through the gate?
I want to walk up again. This time I'm going to remove my hat and my cloak, and I'm going to kneel down and say, all my life, I have sought to defend those who needed defending, to protect those who needed protecting. I've given my life, actually, doing just that. By her light that you just allowed through, I am back. And all I want to do is pay my respects. I am a monk from the temple of the shifting sand, of the flowing sands. And all I've ever wanted to do is defend those who needed defending, including those in your towns, in your region. And I'll just kneel down.
He reaches in and pulls out his symbol and holds it up.
And I'll just look up and with my bare chest.
He puts it away. The gates remain closed.
Losteroth is gonna try. Losteroth saunters up. Wayne almost no, he does. He looks up and he says, "Earnestness is not my thing." He says, "But I'm a man of business, and I always keep my word. And I owe her a debt, and I will see this debt paid. So I need to ensure that she's safe. So I must be by her side."
And he reaches in and holds up his symbol again. And then puts it away again.
I'm gonna speak back up, holding my necklace that matches my sister's. I'm like, I died, and my sister helped bring me back along with Eastus, and I have a lot of questions. And I think your priestess and Fenris can help. That's why I'm here.
He reaches in and pulls out his symbol again and holds it up towards you. And his symbol starts to glow at the same time as yours starts to glow around your neck. This one is permitted.
And I mumble as I start to walk forward. If I had breath in my lungs, I would be exhaling.
As soon as those gates open up and I see her coming, I run out of them and like hold her and bring her inside with me. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Losteroth is just beside himself. He's like, "Oh, it's like that, huh? It's because I'm an elf, huh?" And he starts walking away.
And so, as the party is split between walls within the same city, leaving the four of you to try and find another way in. That's where we're going to end tonight. And we will pick up next week. I didn't expect any of that to happen at the end.
Oh no.
We split the party. Yes.
I was tired of talking about it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, man. Oh, Skull for initiative. Thank you so much for the raid, guys.
Yeah.
I was wrapped up in roleplay. I didn't see you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't see any of that happening at the end.
Yeah, that was didn't expect us to get through. I was very scared for my sister to be through and me not.
I know. Same. I was like, can I go back outside? Just kidding.
Oh no. The rest of us beefed it so hard.
Oh man. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're all level 5, guys.
Yeah.
Level 5. Couldn't
Level
get
3
through a door.
Did it.
Freaking doors.
Cheers.
Thank you everyone for sticking around. Thank you for raiders. If you would please just head over and just hit that heart button if you liked what you saw tonight, and give us a little boop and a follow. It goes a long way with us, and it does not cost you a penny. So yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. Everyone who stuck around, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you guys. And we're gonna raid Long Lost Lore.
Lost.
Yeah, they're
So,
playing some
yeah,
spooky
there you go.
stuff for some spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff. So make sure you stick around to jump into the raid, drop a ton of the raid sin emojis and what have you. Yeah, I keep saying so it's probably time to go. Thank you guys. We will see you on Monday for Legends of Shao Kahn.
Bye-bye.
All right, I gotta jam. So see you